configurations on our switch. So to save this configuration on our switch, we have to go back straight to the privilege mode. To go straight to privilege mode, you can type here END, and then you press the tab key, you press the enter key, or you can press Ctrl Z. So if you press Ctrl Z, it brings you right from the interface mode down to the privilege mode. So we have to save this configuration. To save this configuration, our configurations are saved in two components, that is the RAM and the ROM. At this moment, whatever we are doing is saved in the RAM because the RAM keeps the data temporarily. So we have to save this configuration from the RAM to the NVRAM, and the configurations on the RAM are called running configurations, and the configurations stored on the NVRAM are called startup configurations. So we're gonna type copy running config config space startup config. So that is what we do. So running config dash space running dash config space startup dash config. So you just have, it's a destination file name, just press enter. You don't need to type anything, just press enter. Now you are right here, your configurations are saved. So if you don't want to go through all this, you can just type it short. You can type copy run start. That is the same thing, destination file name, press enter. You don't want to go with that, you can just put WR and press enter. So this WR does the same function as this command and the same function as this command. So with Cisco, you can type your commands in short. Let's say, for instance, I want to type configure terminal. Instead of typing configure terminal, I'll just type conf like this, conf t, right there. Instead of typing configure terminal, I just type CONFT instead of configure terminal. So I just have to exit from here. That is just one example. Alright guys, so that is just one example. So I am back to my privilege mode, and then this privilege mode is what I use to save my configurations 1, 2, and to also save my to also look at what configurations that I have on my switch or my Cisco router. So that is exactly what we have to do right now. So my Cisco switch is configured and it's having passwords and all that, and then I'm done. So first I do is go to your PC and give it IP address. On packet tracer, how do I give IP address to my PC is going to IP configuration. So if you don't know, you close all that and then go to your PC right here. So open your PC and then click on IP configuration. IP configuration gives you this dialog. Now IP address to the device is given in two ways: through a DHCP server that will automatically give IP address to your devices, or using static, that is manually entering your IP addresses. So I'm going to use this dialog and then use I click on static and give an a static IP address. So that I will use 10.10.10.2 because I use 10.10.10.1 on the switch, so I cannot repeat that IP address here. So my IP address will have to keep changing and changing and changing. So this one is 10.10.10 all the way here. So here we have 1 on the switch, so we have 2 here, the next device 3, next device 4, next device 5. So it goes like that until all of these octet reach 255. So the subnet max right here is going to give me a default class A IP address, default subnet max, and I don't want that, so I'm going to have to use this .0. So this is the subnet max. Default gateway right here. That default gateway, I don't need it right now, but if I need it, if I have to access my switch on a remote location, or this device have to access it in a remote location, not physically accessing, when there is a router, I need to put this default gateway router's IP address. So there's no router, I don't need a default gateway at this present moment. So this only the IP address and the subnet max would do. The default gateway will come later after we have the router's involvement. So you just have to close this PC. Alright guys, so this is what you do, and then you can just now take this cable right here. Right now I will ask you guys to use the automatic cable, this cable right here. So just click on this cable, click on the PC and go to this switch and click on it. So this is what you have. Your switch is now connected to your PC. All you need to do right now is remove this cable. So take this and then just delete this cable. So you removed your console. Now your PC is directly connected to your switch. Now we want to know if we can connect remotely, because this is a remote connection, it's not console anymore. So like I explained in the theory aspect, we have two ways to access our switches, that is in-band and out-band. The out-band is console connecting directly, and the in-band is remote connection, that is using Ethernet or in a remote location. So this is in a remote location. So this switch is in a room, and this the PC is in one room and the switch in another room. I have Ethernet, fast Ethernet connecting them. I have my PC with an IP address that is 10.10.10.10.2, and I have my switch with an IP address 10.10.10.10.1. So I have to ping the switch to know if I can ping it. I need to know if I can reach the switch. So right now I go to my PC. Instead of terminal, instead of IP, now I'm going to command prompt. So right now I'm in the command prompt of my PC. I'll just type ping and ping the destination. That is, the IP address of the switch is 10.10.10.1. Let's see if we can ping that. Okay, that is a VLAN 1 IP address. Alright, so you can see I have a file that is lost, no problem, because it's a switch. We'll know what the switch behavior is later. So I can ping again. Just type the, I just press the up arrow. I have this. So that whenever you have a reply like this, it says reply from that PC or the switch that I'm pinging, and it's telling me that I have a TTL value of 255. Okay, this is telling me that I have a reply that is successful. I have a successful reply, and everything is running fine between my PC and my switch. Now I need to know whether my PC now can be able to telnet, whether I can remote log into my switch. Before you do remote login, you have to test the switch. You have to test and see if you can reach this. If you can reach the switch, that is, you have to ping first. So I pinged and then it ponged. Now I have to, I can say ping and pong. So I have to now check if I can telnet. So remote location, I have to put telnet 10.10.10.1. So when I do this, yeah, that's very good. So when I telnet, it is telling me that a telnet session opens, right? Look at this. That is my banner. Please do not log in this time. So my switch is warning me that I am not authorized to allow, or I am not supposed to log in this time, but if I have the password, I can log in. So right now my switch is asking me to provide the password, the telnet, the line VTY password, which is class. So I have to enter that password, right? So guys, I have not been connecting for a long time, so it locks me out, so I have to connect again. Alright, so it asks me to provide a password. So the password I need to enter here is the password that I configured for VTY, that is class. So when you are entering your password, you absolutely see nothing here. So I just entered my password. You do not see any dots or anything. So it's a rare thing. With Cisco device, you don't even see anything that you are typing when you are entering your password. So I just entered it and I press enter. I am right there. So I have Cisco lab. I am into the switch user mode. So I have to go to the privilege mode of my switch. So I type here enable. Now when I type this enable and press enter to go to the privilege mode, look at what my switch is telling me: provide a privilege password. So I type the enable secret and the enable password right there. The password I entered there was Cisco. So I entered that piece Cisco right now. Bam. I am into my switch, so I can do any configuration on my switch from the PC right here. Okay guys, so I can configure from the PC right here whilst I am on a remote location. Okay guys, so this is my packet tracer. So I'm gonna send you guys a file of this basic configuration. So you have to enter those commands step by step on your Cisco device and follow this video and follow this step by step. Now physically or in a real life, how do you change the password of your PC? The IP address of your PC is right here. That is your network icon. Right click on your network icon and click on open network and internet sharing and network internet settings like this. All your settings will come and then you can change the configurations. But if you also don't mind to go here, you can go to control panel and then open network and sharing center, and then you have this same thing. So what you do is you're just gonna have to click on Ethernet. So that's it. When I click on Ethernet, it says change adapter options. So that is it. I click on change adapter options. So my device would give me this. So I have different NICs. I have an Ethernet NIC. I have another NIC. I have for my device right now, I have 4 NICs, network interface cards. So I have a network interface card right here, another one. So I have 4 VMware network. I have a VMware installed because I do a database also, SQL database that I use the virtual network to do that. So I have my Wi-Fi, which is currently not connected. So I have these 4 NICs on my device. So right now this is my NIC. So let's just say I want to check the password, the IP address. So sometimes if you see this X, that means it's not connected, but you can have an exclamation. So if you have an exclamation, it's 2 things: either the cable is not good, or there is no internet access from the router, or the switch is connected but it's not connected to the router, or you do not have the proper IP address on the LAN that you are connected. And in most cases this is what is going to happen. So to correct that, you have to double click on this network icon, or you can right click and go to properties. If you're on properties, this is the dialog you have. So right now I want to change the IP address of my Internet Protocol version 4. So I click on it and click on properties, or I can double click on it. So this is an option to change the IP address of your PC. So when I click on Internet Protocol version 4, I click on properties. If it is version 6, there is another version 6 here, Internet Protocol version 6. So I just want to go with version 4. I click on properties because I'm working with version 4. Right now the option that is choose for me here is obtain IP address automatically. So if you connect to a network that they're using DHCP and your device configurations are right here, this is what is selected, you will not be able to connect to the internet. So what you will do is, if you're in a DHCP environment, you just click obtain IP address automatically. If you're not in a DHCP environment, you want to enter the IP address yourself, click on use the following IP address, enter the IP addresses, the IP address of the PC, the subnet mask, and the default gateway, and then you click OK. So in this case, I am connected on a network where I have a DHCP configuration. I just have to click on obtain IP address automatically, and then click OK and close here, and then close each and every other thing right here. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and then I'll send you the configuration